So Little Devices Lab at MIT is part of the Institute for Medical Engineering and Science, and we approach medical technology from two angles. One, democratizing access, so through cost of materials used, and another through design. So how do we make medical technology more approachable, both from the users, how do we engage them in the design process, and how do we make sure that our end users can actually modify or adapt the devices that we distribute. So we've brought a couple of kits that represent this design philosophy. So a nebulizer kit that allows a nurse in a remote community to adapt the power source for the nebulizer to use a bike pump instead of the traditional air compressor when designing technology to treat asthmatic patients. Additionally, we have a solar-powered autoclave, which this is a really robust design for sterilizing medical instruments that uses a solar platform to heat a pressure cooker. And here you're achieving the same conditions that you would need for sterilizing medical instruments in a traditional autoclave, but using something that can be found locally and modified and adapted by the end user. So SolarClave is a medical instrument sterilization technology which uses a reflector below a pressure cooker to concentrate the sun onto this. Heat up to reach the temperatures that you need to sterilize medical instruments over a 20-minute period of time. And this replaces what is typically up to an $8,000 device, which doesn't work in rural environments because it's very power intensive. So you could run the pressure cooker off of a stove, but what we've seen is that even when clinics have access to a stove, they may not have the propane because it was used to power a motorcycle or a car. So in resource-constrained settings, you have these interesting use of resources that we wouldn't typically have in other environments. And so by designing a solar system, they're always going to have access to this reflector below. They may find alternative uses for it, such as cooking, but it's not going to be replaced or consumed in a way that would prevent them from later sterilizing their instruments during the day.